Hello, guys. Welcome back to SWS Boxing. Delighted to get on the back on the channel. Ashley Lane. He's now 18 wins, 10 defeats with two draws, and he's now the British and Commonwealth bantamweight champion. As he defeated Chris Bourke in round 6. Yes, mate. Glad to get you back on.
Thank you. I'm happy to be on for you.
Appreciate your time as always.
No worries, mate. No worries. I'm happy to come on and have a chat anytime, any place, anywhere, any day.
Thank you. Yeah, so of course, before we get into fight night itself, talk about the weigh-in, of course. What did you say to him at the weigh-in?
I looked into Chris's eyes in the face of him. You could see it was a bit red around the eyes and his cheeks were a bit drawn in. So I don't really say much normally, to be honest, but I went to walk away and then I thought, nah, I'll just have a little word in. So I went up to him, I turned around and I said, you're looking a bit, I said, you're looking a bit weak there, Chris, you're looking a bit drained. He said, nah, I'm not, you'll see tomorrow. I said, good, because tomorrow we're having a dog fight. And that's all I said. Just put the words into his head and he knew he was in for a fight that night.
Yeah, I mean, of course, yeah. Talk about, of course, fight night. Was there any like nerves going like through the day?
Yeah. To be honest, mate, all day leading up to the fight, that's the most nervous I think I've ever been for a fight, just because there was so much on the line, you know. So yeah, that was just all day I had nerves. And I suppose with experience you learn how to control them a bit more. But it was just coming and going all day. I tried to keep myself occupied. I had a few naps. But yeah, mate, like the nerves were just intense on that day.
Were you just like trying to visualize the fight throughout the day?
Yeah, that's what I was doing. So I spent most of my day, to be honest, when I wasn't having a little walk around and a little chill downstairs in the lobby with everyone. I spent most of my time upstairs, laid in my bed, eyes closed, visualizing the fight, visualizing and manifesting, the outcome. Um, and to be honest, it did not happen how I thought it would, but it was very similar to how I thought it would happen.
Yeah, I mean, I think I watched a few of your interviews as you're getting quite busy now with all these interviews. Think I can't remember who it was, but that you said, oh yeah, I forgot what you said now. Oh, but your cut woman made history, didn't she?
She did, yes, a list. She made history. She calmed down in 24 hours notice, and she was the first female to ever do a cut in a British title fight. And she was the first female to even be in the corner to do the cuts, I think, for a British title fight. But she actually, for the first round onwards, she had to go to work, and she definitely earned her money that night. She did amazing. And she's part of the team now for life.
Yeah, I mean, of course, when you were walking to the ring, you were getting booed by his lot. You loved it though, didn't you, mate?
Yeah, I did. I don't normally get booed, and I kind of like I relished in that moment for a bit. I really enjoyed it being a bad guy for once. I mean, I was an underdog getting away. I had nothing to lose. People thought I would lose. People thought I was going to get knocked out. I just thought, you know what? I'm getting booed. Who cares? Let's relish in the moment. Let's enjoy it, and let's turn this fight around and let's smash him. So I
Yeah,
did.
you did indeed, mate. And of course, like through the fight, of course, round one, he sort of came out quite quickly, didn't he?
Yeah, we know Chris Bourke is a fast start. I mean, when he knocked out Roman Beleza and a few others, I mean, he normally gets you out in the first few rounds. He's a pretty quick starter. So I knew that with him being a fast starter, I had to start fast as well. And I'm not normally known for being a fast starter, but I did try my best to start fast. I mean, you see that, my first couple of rounds compared to my previous fights, I did start a lot faster. But, I always go into fights anyway. And that's what happened. He started fast. I kept the pressure on, and then I grew into it from 2 rounds onwards.
Yeah, I would say, the opening two might have gone his way, but other than that, I thought the other three were quite close. I think, in that fifth round is where, it was all you that round. Like you had him hurt at times. Could you feel him like tiring out round 4 and 5?
Yeah, so to be honest, I could see that he was starting to lag and tire from the end of round two onwards. Really, I could see that. I mean, to be honest, I thought his second round was better than his first round, but towards the end of the second round, I just saw little signs which I thought, what, I think he's starting to tire here. And then from the end of the third round, I saw it again. My coaches said it too. Then the end of the fourth round, and then the fifth round as well. And it was like, there was one round, I think it was the fifth round, where it was both up close in the fight
That's
towards the
your
end of the
fight,
round.
wasn't it? Because he
It
was
was.
trying to box on the back foot the majority of the fight.
Yeah, but he was struggling, and I saw that he was the long, like, the more that pressure upon him, the more forced him into fight, the more he was struggling to keep at range. So I knew I was getting to him. And it was only a matter of time. Um, And I think the fifth round, towards the end of the fifth round, we were just toe to toe. Stood there toe to toe. He could have, if he'd have listened to his coaches, he'd have kept it out of range and tried to box and use the jab and move. But he didn't. He stood there toe to toe. I took my body shots in. He threw a couple of body shots, and that to me that was like a pivotal point because he caught me with a real good body shot up close. And I felt it. I won't lie, I did feel it. Caught me with the body shot as I went through my own shot, and I was in my mind. I said to myself, I need to show him how much I want this. I need to show him that I want him more. So I stepped around the side, boom, took a body shot in, and put everything into it, and then the bell went. And in my eyes, I'd won that little exchange. I'd won that pivotal moment. And then obviously the sixth round would come out. I did a couple of things which would work on in the gym with a double jab stepping round. I brought him onto my right hand and then I stepped in, boom, boom, and it was good night.
Yeah, because of course you had him on the ropes, then the ref sort of split it up, and then you just went straight back at him.
Yeah, I mean, I caught him with a good right hand. The left hook followed naturally. His leg stiff straight away. I think I threw like a 17 punch combination, just punches after punches to get him out of there. He fell back onto the ropes. I tried to get him out, but he dipped under as I went through an uppercut, he dipped under my arm. And then I was, to be fair, I was pretty peeved that he hadn't already hit the floor. I was like, for the amount of punches I hit him with, I was kind of like annoyed. I was like, get on the floor, sort of thing. So I just threw him on the floor in disgust. Like, yeah, you annoyed me that you still stood up, so I just threw him on the floor. Um,
Yeah,
but
but and then
yeah, then
when the ref like let you so when the ref split it up, were you thinking I've got him hurt here, let's just go for it?
yeah, I knew I had him. I knew I had him really hurt. I mean, when I threw him on the floor, it was so easy, and he felt so weak when I threw him on the floor. I'd already had him hurt as well. I couldn't let him off the hook. I mean, to be honest, if he did make it to the end of the round, I think it would have only been a couple more rounds before I'd have finished him off anyway. And if not, then it would have been an absolute pasting for the rest of the fight because it was done. Full respect to Chris Bourke, he did his absolute best to stay standing and stay in the fight. But, when he hit that floor, I was like, that's it. It's game over. I've got to just jump on him, finish him, and I've got to force the referee to jump in because I thought the referee was waiting way too long to be honest before he did end the fight.
Yeah, I agree. But like at that moment, when the ref stepped in, how did you feel in that moment? Uh, Finally winning the British title, and of course now you're a two-time Commonwealth champion as well.
Yeah, it was a great feeling, to have that happen. It was, but it would happen so quick. It's really hard to capture the feeling. But all I can just say is euphoria. It finally done it. Like everything I've worked so hard for 18 years has finally come true. So it's like a mixed bag, really, because you're so happy that it's finally done. The referee's jumped in. It's like, yeah, I've done it. But then at the same time, you kind of get that little mixed feeling of, okay, well, what's next now? I've finally achieved everything I've worked for my whole life. What do I do now? It's an oxymoron sort of thing.
Mm. And of course making history as well, becoming Northampton's first British champion.
Yeah, I'm very proud of that because someone's got to do it. And I'm very, very happy and proud that it was me. I'll forever go down in history books, and it's an absolute privilege to go down as so far the most accomplished boxer ever from Northampton.
Yeah, because you've sort of done it with the whole domestic route, and of course yeah, and you're a man of your word as always. You said in the Jordan fight you'd get them to pull him out. You didn't. Chris's team didn't pull him out, but you stopped him, which is even more of a bonus. But you said inside seven, and you delivered once again.
Yeah, yeah. And if you look when the referee jumps in, his corner jumped on the side of the ropes anyway. They were going to pull him out there and then. They jumped up to end the fight. So but look, it was a great statement in my mind to make. And now, I mean, I've got other fights to look at.
Simba.
I've got some exactly. And we've been off the other fights as well, which are very prosperous, let's say. But Samba's on my mind right now. I got two fights in my mind. I can't talk about the second one, but Samba's definitely on my mind. He wants to fight. I want to fight. It's a huge bantamweight fight. European, British, and Commonwealth all on the line. Why not do it? I mean, like he's come up the hard way, like me. He's never had a big promoter like me. He'll fight anybody like me, and
Both
he's
done
a
it
champion.
the hard way as well in the away corner.
Yes, he's had to fight some real good kids like Lee McGregor and whatnot. So I mean, he lost against Braithwaite down at Superfly, and he didn't look very good. But then he's jumped back up to bantam and he's won the European title and defending it. So I mean, you have to give him his props, and maybe bantamweight's his division and bantamweight's my division. So why not collide? I
Mm.
mean, I think it's a great fight.
Did I hear that you're signed with Frank now as well?
Yeah, so I can't talk too much about contract, but I do have a rolling contract fight by fight. So my next fight will be on TNT Sports.
Oh, good to hear, mate. Um, yeah. So of course, Chris was talk. I would say that's the biggest win of your career so far.
Yeah, possibly. If you look at um who have I beaten, Thomas Kingdom was undefeated, but he wasn't a champion. Um, it kind of made this. He had a few losses. Good kid, but he wasn't a champion at the time. Valletta for the Commonwealth was a big win, but again, he wasn't a champion. So Jordan Perkins 6-0. But yeah, possibly this fight's my best win because of how I won, the statement I made. I didn't just win on points. I didn't just force his corner to put him out. I did a number on him, especially in that second round. And I felt pretty comfortable for the whole fight, to be fair. I never felt in any sort of danger or anything at all. So, yeah, this is probably my best win, especially as, I was a massive underdog and he was, if he won that fight, they were looking at big things again.
He
So,
was calling
yeah.
Prince Patel out, wasn't he?
Was he? I don't know. I'm not sure. I didn't really watch. I mean, look, Prince Patel's out there. I've got respect for Prince Patel, but I'd happily fight him. It's just a business at the end of the day. And, I mean, he's a world champion. Well, he has a world title belt. If he wants to fight, he'll fight. I did hear he was meant to fight Paul Butler, but I don't know what's happening with that. So.
Yeah, I mean, of course, if so, ideally, would you say that a Simba fight for the defending your two titles and the European on the line? I don't think that's probably the biggest fight out there at the moment for you at this moment in time.
In terms of having all three belts on the line, that's a huge fight. We could build it up. It could be a great fight. It'll be toe to toe because Samba is a tough, strong kid. I'm a tough, strong kid. We'll both stand in the center of the ring and we'll scrap it out. But there is another fight which we're in talks with as well, which is a big fight too. But I can't. My lips are sealed. I can't mention it.
I think I might have seen a rumor of who it was. If I think I saw a rumor who it was.
Who was that?
I saw something saying that you might fight Kane.
No,
No.
no. King's. I've never watched Kane box. I think his record is what 10 wins and 1 losses, something like that.
Yeah, he
So
lost
he's
to
up.
Baluta.
Lucha, okay, so he's been what super bantam or featherweight, something like that. So
Yeah,
he's
Super
up.
Bantam.
Okay, he's obviously a very good kid, tough, strong, whatever. But Luta's no mug. He's a class act. So to lose to Beluta is no, is no uh there's no real loss to lose to Beluta, just put it that way. But I've never seen. I don't know who is boxed. I don't know his style. I've never watched him. I've heard of his name, but that's about it. So I can't say that. I'll fight Andrew Kane next. I don't even know anything about him. But as well, to me, I don't know if Andrew Kane has any titles. I mean, what's he got? Has he ever boxed at bantamweight? I don't know.
I don't think
So
so.
no, so I mean, like, let him come down to bantam, let him win. I don't know, win the English or something, and then we can look at that fight, can't we? I don't know anything about him really, so I can't talk too much. But a Samba and this other fight is on my mind, and I'll let my manager sort the negotiations out, and we'll go from there.
I mean, of course, like when you've won the British and Commonwealth, and then if you beat a Simba, then surely like a world title, I mean, is there, isn't it?
World title's only around the corner, my friend. I can't talk too much, but all I'm saying is I'm very close to a world title right now.
Glad to hear it, mate. That would be a good fight, whoever it's against. But yeah.
Whoever it's against, I'll go in there, I'll give it my all. I got a good chin. I'm in my prime now. And all it takes is one punch, and that can change anything in the fight. So I mean, yeah, just look at Jordan Perkins. Lost the first 2 rounds, third round, bang, changed the fight. Chris Bourke, 6th round, boom, did him over. So it only takes one punch to change the fight. And I'm very close, very, very close to earning some very good money and winning some very, very big belts. But nothing is as beautiful as that baby, as we know.
The
And right,
Lonsdale belt.
Lonsdale. Nothing is as great as that.
Yes, mate. And of course, before I let you go, as always, do you want to thank the people who are helping you on your journey?
Oh, massively, yes. I'd love to thank my sponsors for helping me. I mean, they've done an absolutely amazing job, and just been able to keep me boxing financially and everything else, with the right equipment, etc. All my friends and family, my missus for all of her support and help and love, and then everybody that's tuned in to watch me box, and everybody that sent me messages and comments and whatnot on social media. Thank you to everybody. It means the world.
And from me, mate, thank you for your time and the new, mate. Well done.
Now, Sam and the new.
Thank you, mate. Bye.
Bye.